even-ish. Okay. I'm not scooting in. Somebody won't let me get closer to my desk. We're good. All right. Failed to load live status and statistics. Okay. It said something failed to load. Oh, that's disgusting. That is why I grabbed a clean cloth. Hey, Justice! Good to see ya. I am beyond exhausted right now, but I had the most fabulous day. I am quite happy with things, but I am so tired. All right, now I can put my glasses back on and maybe be able to actually see stuff. All right. Oh, wrong one. All right. So I had a wonderful, exhausting, fabulous day. I am shocked because I had a goal time that I wanted to be leaving today for the Pacific Northwest Witches Market Lammas. I wanted to be out of my house, pulling out of my driveway no later than 7:45 a.m., preferably 7:30, but we pulled out of my driveway at 7:49. And the only reason we were that late is because one of the kids accidentally knocked his energy drink into my witch hat, which is not in here right now. Oh, that is cool. It is currently 9:39. So we're doing pretty good. All right. Yep, that's not bad. I have been away from home for approximately 12 hours. And I am sitting further from my desk than I normally do because someone will not let me scoot all the way in. And then we have Sergeant Snuggle Puppy under my feet. I have Luna Girl here next to me and Tooker Monster sitting behind me. Oh, trust me, I am going to be getting some sleep soon. I do have to eat first. My darling son was kind enough to buy me dinner. Oh, but we had a really, really good time. It was not quite what we would have liked financially, but I gained some new Instagram followers. Ow! And, ow. Had some fantabulous conversations. The bonus kid was intelligent and decided to grab dog treats from Dollar Tree yesterday before we went today. Those were the best idea. We saw at least 2 pit bulls. I lost count of the number of corgis. Those were awesome. There was a cute little dog who had cheetah spots on his fur. That was adorable. But the absolute highlight of the day for me was this woman who had 3 Yorkshire Terriers. And I have a huge soft spot for Yorkies because I inherited my dad's emotional service animal who was a Yorkie. And he was just the sweetest little monster. So getting to snuggle and love on some Yorkies was the perfect day. Okay, hello Free Baby J on Kick. How are you doing tonight? While I was wandering through all of the vendors, there was one, I've seen her there a couple of times, but because my brand new sister is front of mind for me at the moment because of the wedding last week, I actually noticed and realized why I was gravitating towards this woman's booth. She is almost a doppelganger for my little sister. That was cool. Hey, can we not yell at mommy tonight? Let's see. Past information from one Spoony Witch for another Spoony Witch. I kind of connected them. That was cool. The one that was there is called the Spork Witch. And the friend that I was telling her about is the Spoonless Witch. That was so much fun. So many cool people. There's one person, her business card is running around here. But I don't want to grab my hat. She sells pins for like hats and stuff. I have bought from her once. It was at the Tattoo Expo in Seattle last August. So when I got my eyebrow hair done. And she remembers me coming to see her that trip. I love you. And I asked her, like, so you remember those pins that my kiddo bought while we were there that I've told you that I hadn't gotten to them yet? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, so I finally returned those on Mother's Day. She laughed. It was really nice getting to visit with her for a little bit, especially now that I am a fellow vendor. Hello, Mia. So it was a really fun afternoon. And then at the end of the evening, this gentleman comes over. I spotted him. Now, I am a native Oregonian. I lived in Portland for many years. This gentleman had a Portland something. Cannot remember what critter it is. It's a cryptid. And so I hollered at him, asked, hey, are you from Portland? And he's like, no, actually, I live up here. I'm like, oh, well, I am from Portland. And he's like, oh, that is cool. Didn't say I was Native American. But so we sit there and we're chit-chatting and kind of talking about our tangential connections to fame. And he's like, so you're aware of the Arquette siblings, correct? And I'm like, you mean Courtney, or not Courtney, you mean David and Patricia et al.? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I do. I'm like, yeah, I do. And he's like, yeah, they're my aunt's kids. I'm like, say what? They're your cousins? And he's like, yeah. Actually, here, I'll show you a picture from David and Courtney's wedding. Not David and Courtney, his new wife. And he's like, yeah, here I am at their wedding, and I actually caught the garter. I'm like, that is so cool. No, I am not from the Apache tribe. I have connections to Aniwunya Cherokee tribe in northern Alabama. My ex-father-in-law was, because I do believe that particular tribe has disbanded, thank the gods, he was their medicine man. Very nice man. Hello, VM. Hello, Jojo. And as I said, I am not native. I have zero native blood. I have, however, married into 2 different tribes, which is kind of cool. I have a definite affinity for Native Americans, but no, I do not have the blood. But I am very much welcome in my ex-in-law's tribe. I love him. He's pretty cool. Let's see, what else did we do today? Lots of dogs. Really cool belly dancing troupe. So that was kind of fun. They were literally doing they did one of their mini shows right next to my booth. It was awesome. Took video of that. We'll get that up probably in the next couple of 3 days. Let's see. Looked at lots of shiny pretties and reminded myself that I couldn't buy any, but you know, that's okay too. In general, had a really nice, fun day with my kids. And that is worth more than any money I could ever make. So the reason we were late, my darling son knocked his energy drink into this hat, and there's still a wet spot. How? So I had to, grumbling, come back in the house, grab my paper towels, and clean my hat up. You make off with my hat, I'm going to get mad at you, baby girl. It's mine. Leave it alone. Yes. I didn't ask your opinion. But because of the fact I have been gone all day, the dogs are absolutely begging for attention. Honestly, you don't generally make an attempt to join a tribe without being able to find an ancestor's name on the rolls that I cannot remember the name of, or you have family who is already a member of the tribe, which is how I got access. I married into it. My youngest child actually, I believe, has tribal membership. Had, because that is how I now know that our tribe no longer exists. He called his stepdad and asked, hey, I'm looking at doing some stuff that if I had tribal membership, it would make life easier. And I know we were. And he's like, yeah, unfortunately, that tribe doesn't exist. Who asked your opinion? That's what I thought. Sorry. Yeah, I know. So that's where we are there. Let's see, what else did we do today? Because my son's biological dad has a completely different tribe, and at the time we were not really speaking to him. Considering when my son was an infant and in the hospital having horrific health problems. He had RSV as a baby. His biological dad said, yeah, till we have a DNA test, I lay no claim, but if you contact my family to ask anything about anything, I will take him away from you, and you know I have the money to do it. So we didn't talk to him again for 17 years. But you know what? That's in the past. The child is now 22 and still has a relationship with his ex-stepdad and his biological, so I am not complaining. He is a really, really good kid and doing really well, so I'm not complaining. Let's see, what else did we do today? I walked a lot. Had a couple of nice conversations with the head witch in charge of the Pacific Northwest Witches Market. She's pretty cool. Let's see. The Snapchat would be Yoga with Dylin if you want to catch my snaps, but let's see, what else are we doing? I don't think so yet. Hello, Junior Sinjin. Trust me. As far as witchcraft goes, there is no white or black magic. It's simply magic, and it is your intent behind it. I tend to not do most of the baneful magic, but I am a do no harm but take no shit kind of witch. The Snapchat you are looking for is Yoga with Dylin. That is my overarching business. I am Di the Yoga Witch who teaches yoga for Yoga with Dylin. Hello, police. Let's see. I am seriously low on caffeine. I had a whopping 1 Dr. Pepper today and most of a cup of coffee, so I'm kind of slowing down. And I'm exhausted because that many people was just, it was really nice. We were anticipating a slightly bigger crowd due to the air show with the Blue Angels and everything, but it was really, really, really chill. I do not play with threats like that, Cohen. If you make another comment like that, I will have someone find you via your IP address and we will call a wellness check. Thank you. All right, let's see what else. The day started off kind of rough. We have a 10 by 10 pop-up tent-like thing, like most booths at a festival like this. And I forgot that we had not put the cover for it in the bag with the frame. So we get to the event and realize that we do not have the top. And I start to panic somewhat, and I call the man behind the curtain and go, "Hey, do you know where it is?" And he's like, "Yes, I know exactly where it is. I apologize. I forgot as well. Send the cat home to grab it, and she should be able to be back before the gates close." It ended up working out really well. She decided she would park and just carry the top in, so that worked. We set up our tables. After the last event at this particular venue, I had ordered some new tablecloths so that we could hide stuff under the table. That was awesome. Fantastic idea. Worked beautifully. And it was a really good day. All of the lessons that we learned last time were great, and we ended up not having quite so many snafus today. The only thing that I failed again was I keep forgetting to eat. And if I don't eat at all during the day, by about 4:30, I am starting to have problems with my blood sugar crashing. I'm going aphasic, and I'm just kind of zoning out. So my kids are like, "Mom, have you eaten yet today?" "No." "Mom." "Well, I have no money for food right now." So the kids go and find food. I think, yes, I remember taking my meds when my alarm went off, so that was a good thing. That might explain part of why my pulse ox was so low. That was our shocker this morning. Thank you, Destiny. I had gone up to essentially the information booth to check in with the head witch in charge. And as I'm walking back to my booth, I'm feeling kind of oxygen hungry. And I wear a smartwatch that tracks my oxygen sats, and I check it, and I'm like, that might explain why we're having some problems here. It was a little too low. So as soon as I got back to my booth, used my inhalers, and after about a half hour, I'm feeling much better. Let's see, I see some new people. Crazy Boy, Harper, Basketball, hello, and hello to Benny Boy. Hi, Jason. Ooh, Rafael's from Brazil. Fantabuloso. That was another one. Oh my gosh. So, the town I'm from, down in Oregon, is predominantly Mexican and Russian. So I understand some Russian, and I used to be fairly fluent in Spanish. My son and I are having a conversation, and it started in Spanish. He asked me a question in Spanish. I responded about 3 sentences in Spanish, and then the next sentence was half Spanish, half English, and then it was English, and it took me about 45 seconds to realize what I had just done. And I'm like, did I? And he's like, yup. And I'm like, you caught it? And he's like, yup. So I am, yes, lady. I am from the U.S. Someone just asked what country I'm from. Yes, Woodburn Silverton. Silverton High School was our second closest rival. North Marion was our closest. Where are you from, lady? I'm curious. If you don't want to tell me, I understand. No worries, but yeah, could be worse. Keep Portland weird. Hello, Omni-Man. Hey lady, I am class of 95 from Woodburn. Just on the off chance that we may have crossed paths at some point. That would be amusing. Let's see. Hello, crazy brown-haired siblings. Wow, are you my family or something? Sorry. Oh, let's see. What else did we do today? Lots of dogs. Lots of dogs. Oh, I was doing a reading for one lady, really nice lady, and she and her friend had dogs with them. And because one of my kids had brought some dog treats to hand out, I asked if the dogs could have a treat. One of them could not. She's on prednisone, is dealing with some GI issues, so it was a no-go. But the other one, sure. So we gave him a treat, her a treat. And then she tried to hop up on the table to come get more. It was cute. So, of course, I had to tell the story about this monster. Took monster here. You could see his tail. There is a little drive-through coffee stand down the road from us that's on his and my walk route. And we had stopped one day to grab a cup of coffee. And as the woman in the stand is making my coffee, he decides he's going to try and join her through the window. She just asked if he'd work for free, and I'm like, yep, we'll work for coffee. She's like, I can do that. One state, if you hang out often enough, we get to know you a little better, there is a chance that we could make you a mod. Bojangles, physically, no. I am still within my childbearing years. Now, mentally or otherwise, yeah, no, I'm not having more kids. Hey, kiddo, speaking of my kids, I was just about to say, at this point, my kids are old enough to be parents on their own. Mike here is in his late 20s. One of my live streams, sweetheart, we're doing a debrief from the afternoon. You want to chip in your portion of the day? Let's see. You had more fun than I did. You and Trin got to walk. So, that was cool. Hey, Jess! Yay, little sister. We had so much fun today. Hi. Oh, you know what? Since Jess is here. Hey, you. You want to come greet your adoring fans? Come here. Yip, yip. Yip, yip. Say hi, moms. Oh, boy. He has missed his mama. Yeah. Oh, hello. It's 10 o'clock. Oh, there they are. Your other mommy says hi, sweetheart. Yeah. You're a good boy. Oh, you're a good boy. Look at this big monster. Hey, Cool-X. Okay. Can you hop down? Mommy has to work some more. You say no, I love you. Go play with Luna. Yeah, nope. I invited him into my lap. I'm not getting rid of him. I was gone for 12 hours. Oh, he was convinced I was never coming home. So this is my normal. This is what happens when I leave the house for any length of time. He has to, be all over me and remind me why I'm not supposed to ever leave him again. Mwah! Down you go. Go play. Go play with your sister. And he is also why I go through 2 or 3 outfits a day. Because this child sheds like no other. Yes. You're lucky I love you, dude. Awesome. I'm totally not complaining about that idea. Oh. Go play. Thank you, Luna. You're the bestest girl. His sister distracted him. Favorite car, brand, and why? Probably Chevy. Yeah, we're a GM family. My mom was a Chevy person. The first car I remember my mom owning was a 83, 84 Chevy Malibu. Might have been as late as an 86. My dad was a Dodge guy, drove a Dodge Aspen until he murdered it. And then we got a Dodge Dakota Club Cab pickup truck in like 91, 92. Oh, dude. The newer GMs have Android Auto, I have noticed. My former best friend drove a Chevy Equinox, either an Equinox or a Traverse, and she had the Android Auto. Ah, that sucks. I just know my girlfriend had Android Auto because we were driving back from Alabama to Oregon. We used Android Auto a lot. Sweethearts, if you're going to roughhouse like that, please take it out of Mom's office. Never mind. Uh-oh. Here comes the monster man. Little guy. Hello, Chipotle monster. Chipotle's not bad. Hello, Nola. But yeah, let's see, what else did I do today? I have done a whole lot today. Was really cool getting to sit there and watch some of the airplanes pop over. Google Maps is your friend. But we got to see Fat Albert, who is the Blue Angels C-130. Give me just 1 second, y'all. It's getting loud in here. Figured y'all didn't want to hear the mean mommy voice. I take the glasses off occasionally. Depends on how badly I want to be able to see what's on the monitor. Warren just shared the link for ya. Thank Kat, my marketing director. Oh, I didn't even think about that one. Sorry, babe. Toyotas aren't bad. Hola, ¿cómo está, Henri? Let's see, but I like Toyotas occasionally. Abhinav. Let's see, what else? We have a Pontiac Vibe in the backyard. Oh, Dodge Hornets are cool. I haven't seen the new one either. The man behind the curtain is saying he hasn't seen the new Dodge Hornet yet, but the ones I have seen I do like. The only Ford I will ever own will be a classic Ford Mustang. Let's see. I have been driving a poor, beleaguered Chevy Cruze for the last 12 years. It's a good car. My ex, his favorite car, now that I can remember what it was, I want to say it was a Nissan, not a Nissan Sentra. Skyline. He likes a Nissan Skyline. Yes, Abhinav, I am in the U.S. I am in the Pacific Northwest of the U.S. Yeah. I've never been... Somebody's fingers are dyslexic tonight. Considering how sleep deprived you are, I'm not surprised. Civics are okay. Honestly, I think, what car have I been? I want... well, one of them is 2 comments above you. I want the kiddos' Subaru. I actually really like the kiddos' Subaru Outback. That is a nice car, and I got to drive it tonight. That was sweet. Really nice car. Lexuses are nice too. I just not quite that bougie. No, Purnima. I am not taking my glasses off. I'm actually kind of enjoying being able to see what's in the chat here. Because otherwise the man behind the curtain has to read it out to me, and that takes forever because I have to listen to him, then respond, listen to him, then respond to it. It's not worth it. I am so totally doing the bisexual 3 drinks. Ooh, we have a Dodo King from Pakistan. That's cool. Okay. Timing. Time of day, that's why. No worries. Why am I live all the time? I'm not live all the time. Just every couple of days. I go live for a certain amount of time every day, except Saturdays. Saturdays are my just day to myself. Cannot disagree with you there, Trey. The one I think... Hi, Amy. Yes, I'm only working on 3. Hey, I got to see Bodil this afternoon, or this evening. It was really awesome. But yes, only 3 drinks. I have 1 for flavor, 1 for hydration, 1 for caffeination. True. They have to figure out who I'm referring to because nobody in there has actually got that name. So, hee. Better being live all the time than dead all the time. Amen to that. Yes, I saw that. Hi, what are you doing, sweet boy? Can I have my foot back? Sorry, the animals are going absolutely batshit crazy because Mom is home. Do you smell Big Brother on the hat? Yeah. You smell Big Brother's drink. Do not eat my hat. I will get upset. Thank you. Sorry. Oh, you're out and proud at work now, huh? Cool. See, I like some caddies, but that's primarily because the man behind the curtain's parents both drive caddies, so they're kind of cool. Thank you, Maha. Lakshmi. I love the fact that you have the name of the goddess. That is just, sweet! Whack it roll. So I am very punchy. Ooh, Lambos are decent. But they make their engines sound so funny at low speeds. The first time I saw one, I was trying to figure out what the fluff it was. Because I'm walking through downtown San Diego. And there's one driving past the grocery store that I had just walked out of. And I'm like, what in the name of all things holy is that sound? And then, oh, hello, Purnima. And then I see it, and I'm like, that's actually kind of a hot car. Oh, that's what's making that noise. Ew. Why are you driving it through downtown San Diego with all the stoplights? That car is made for speed. So, yeah, there's that. Man. Yeah. But see, I'm also married to a drag racer, so... Hey, Felipe! Oh! I'm trying to figure out what the fluff you're talking about that smells good. I'm like, I just took a drink! Yes. I actually just took it out of the braids because I'd had it braided since 7 o'clock this morning. And I needed to take it out and brush my hair out, and I just didn't have the spoons to rebraid it. This is dye in chill mode, mostly. Oh, hello. Fuck. Thank you. Give me just one moment. I know I'm asking you a question. Is the chewables in one of the boxes out there? Because I don't think it's in here. I am having an MCAS reaction. Flippin' flamingos. Yes. That wouldn't surprise me any. I'm a little concerned about this. No, I can't. Is it the Pepsid? Nope. Not Zofran. No, Zofran isn't what I need. It's a blue bottle with a red cap, and it's got orange chewy pills tablets in it. Hey, Emmy. Hey, Mike. No, it's not a sunburn. I'm having an MCAS reaction. Can you kindly message Dad and tell him what the chewables we were both talking that we both had this morning? Yes, I do work with crystals. I work with crystals quite a bit. It would be either in the black tote or in the yellow tote. It might even be... I'll check the backpack. Thank you. Okay. Sorry. Yes, Pepsid. Thank you. That's what I needed. Yeah. I'm having an MCAS reaction, so I'm going to see if I can try that. I don't have Benadryl.
Move, Luna.
Luna, Tuna, come here, baby girl. Okay. For those of you who don't know what's going on, I have a condition called mast cell activation syndrome that when it decides to flare, it can cause me to go into anaphylactic shock. So, as for, nope, that's my lip stuff. How do crystals even work? Without getting into technical details, it's basically everything has a type of energy, and some things work with certain energy. That's pretty much it, Mike. I am allergic to myself. And we're not finding the shit. Oh, move, baby girl. So that's why I'm trying not to panic right at the second.
Well,
Hi, sweet girl. So we are currently going through everything that I had at the fair today to see if we can find my medication. So please bear with us. All right. Fluffify now. But today was so much fun. I don't know where I put it. Ah, thank you, Mike. Oh, God, you're the best. It's in the cooler. Yeah, Mike remembered where I put it. Marble. Nope, not in there. Yep, it does. I can't find it. It's not in there either. Oh well. If I continue getting worse, well, at least I have the EpiPens in front of me. Backpack was my first place. Yes! Jess is my newest family member. Remember I mentioned earlier the stream that, I met my brand new little sister's doppelganger? Me and my brand new little sister. She's one of my favorite people. But yeah. There's a reason he is talking constantly. He's my kid. So, genetically he kind of inherited the yak-a-lot gene. That is true. Yeah, because you don't have to type it. You can just spit it out. Just like your mother. Let's see. What else have we done? Had so much fun, though. Brain is buffering. Give me a second. Nope. But it was a really awesome event. Seeing so many corgis and Yorkies. I must have seen like 10 Yorkies and I think 20 or so corgis. It was great. Yeah, well, yes, it is, Mr. Wyatt. But it's only a little after 10 for me, so we're okay. I'm not even anywhere near ready to crash. Hello, Shailendra? I'm not sure if Raven is here, but I will pass that on. The chief. Oh, thank you, goddess. Man behind the curtain is here with me, tracking down my meds because I'm not doing great.
Yeah, he keeps calling me chief.
Are you?
The chief technomancer.
Yeah, I know. Non-disclosures? No, that's an NDA. NDE. Why does that sound familiar? Die. Thank you, RSN. I'm going to munch these for a minute. Hey, Raven! Yes, we're live.
No, we're not live.
We're Memorex.
Oh.
Yeah, we had set up a live for me to debrief when we got home. Oh, that didn't sound good. And apparently, MCAS is a thing. Oh. Okay. Hopefully some of the redness here will go away soon. If it doesn't, well, that's your own. I saw that. Man behind the curtain told me about that one. That's kind of entertaining. And Mike, well, I can pull a 48, but not more than that. Yes, we have a raven. Oh, dear God, that was a mistake. Okay, just so y'all know, whatever the fluff flavor this is, oh, it wasn't the carbonation that was the problem. It was the cream soda Dr. Pepper flavor with the freaking pineapple banana flavor. Okay, that's hilarious. That's, yeah. So, this stuff, the flavors in this are two fruits that I can't eat because I'm actually slightly allergic to them. It was great. Thanks, guys. I am so grateful that my family appreciates my sense of humor and agrees with me. Okay, let's see. Tattoos. I have my witchy yoga tattoo here. My father's U.S. Navy rating badge here. My rating badge where it belongs in uniform. My music love. And the rest of them are below my knees. Near-death experiences, that's what the NDEs you were referring to. They are a thing. They are real, they're a thing. I know someone who has had... How many has he had at this point, babe? I can think of at least 3 of them that he has told. 9 of them at last count? Yeah. So we have a friend who has been, pulled back, shoved back into his body a couple of times. Because he has had those. He actually scared the living daylights out of some poor enlisted kid at Tripler Army General in Hawaii because he was pronounced dead. And this poor enlisted kid is wheeling the body down to the morgue. And our friend wakes up and sits up just as they're walking through the door of the morgue, and that poor kid... Oh my God, that poor kid just lost his ever-loving mind and ran for the hills. Yep. Let's see, what else? Oh, he did. You haven't met that particular friend yet, dude. We're gonna fix that next time he gets out to this side of the country. Let's see. Well, yeah, he nope. I think he went home early that night, too. Poor kid. But see, this particular friend is rather special anyway. That's all I'm going to say there. Dude, I need to tell the man behind the curtain something that I talked about today. Just because both of your parents and both of your grandfathers, biological, were in that particular branch of the military, can you please not? Because I'm going to hear it for the rest of the night. I did finally manage to, change. I'm going to string you both up by your toenails and use you as human piñatas. I love you. Someone else was just humming it in my ear, so you got him started. I'm just gonna lock the 2 of you in his little, where he lives. You can go stay with your son for a couple of nights. No, actually you can't, because the dogs would drive me insane because you were gone for too long. So see, I'm screwed no matter what I do. My family love me though. You asked for it. I know you would. And Jess is dying of laughter at us. Welcome to the family, honey. Yeah, we are batshit crazy in this family. It runs in the genes, as you can see. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's about what our buddy did. Actually, I need to check in with him. Okay, so I, at this point, actually do subscribe to what my darling ex-husband referred to as the theory of Bob. Does not matter what deity you are praying to, whether it is Odin the Allfather, Ra, any of them, the Christian God, Buddha, Muhammad, whoever, whatever name you are calling that deity by, they are all the same deity. So, my darling ex-husband decided he is going to call his deity Bob. And as I am sitting here discussing the theory of Bob, we have 666 views. I love it. Yes. Oh, yep. My room, this is my office. This is my favorite room in my house. Excuse me, partly because, well, it looks like a Pepto-Bismol bottle blew up in here. It's great. Wasn't it, Mike? I am going to, I see it got deleted or hidden. I am going to take the Has Been Hotel comparison as a compliment. Thank you. Do I have kids? Well, let's see. Would you like to answer that one, sweetheart? I'll let you chime in there. 3, 2, 1. Hello, Wally. Yeah, all 3 of the kids watch it off and on, so. Yep. It's actually not purple and oh, you didn't get to see it when you were over. It's actually not purple. It just the shadow behind me looks purplish. What do I do for a living? This. I read tarot cards. I teach yoga. I do house blessings. I'm an ordained minister, so I can do weddings, funerals, baptisms, house blessings, naming ceremonies, etc., etc. Otherwise, I am a service-connected disabled veteran. Sure. Since one of my favorite people is commenting that my room looks purplish, let's take a look. No, I am not, but I do have family who are. All right. Oh, let me talk. Yep. So while you do that and you start giving them a tour, I am going to move a few things to make it easier for you. I'm going to get you. Okay. Sit. That'll get hung up later. Hi. I love you too. All right, so. Oh, look, Vader Bear. That's fine. Child. Yes, I came down on your level. DB. And this is my office, my loves, as I get my face washed by the doggo. What do I do on YouTube? I read tarot cards, oracle cards, etc., etc. Isn't he adorable? He's my baby. Goofus, what are you doing? He is currently all over Mama because Mama was gone for over 12 hours today. So he is, he is suffering withdrawals. Where am I from? I am from the Seattle vicinity here in the Pacific Northwest of the United States. No, we don't have any outfits for him. I want to get him a matching hoodie to Sergeant's. Not that he needs it. No, you don't need a hoodie in the winter. I know. He gets so warm down here. I love you too, baby. Oh, no. Okay. So, y'all who wanted to see me without my glasses are going to get your wish because they just got licked. Blah. Oh, my gosh. That's amazing. So, Tooker's here is German Shepherd, Malamute, and he is from Alaska. In all honesty, his other mom is here in the chat. You would, child. Let's see. We have another doggo, our girl, who is Luna. which is why we were entertained by your name. She is Pitbull and Malamute. Yep, German Husky Malamute. I lived a pooper. And then we have the tiny guy, who is Min Pin, Rat Terrier, and Pug, and 100% attitude. And then the ruler of the house, our wonderful little furry overlord, is a black cat. Oh, there you are, baby. Are you ready to forgive me for being gone? I gave you your Go-Gurt. We have a black cat who is 1/4-ish Maine Coon. So he is a long mofo, and he weighs approximately 20 pounds. Yup. Technically, Mike and Raven are both correct here. Thank you, Kashish. Oh, yes! You must send me the pictures you took of my babies. I can't wait to see those. I remember you taking a bunch of pictures, too. Go ahead and pop them in the cousins. Hey, I can see again. I got his slobber off of them. But he really is the sweetest boy. He is so attached to Mom that when I like I have said a few times, I am in the Seattle area. When I went down to Eugene, Oregon last August to officiate a wedding, I was gone for a week, and somebody wouldn't touch his canned food for the first 48 hours Mom was gone. So he is very much Mama's boy. Sorry, I support my community here. I am a member of that community, so snow cone. That is amazing. We used to have a rabbit whose name was Snow White. If you have a cat who likes to chew on plastic, though, this one's rather well loved, but these the crinkle balls, yeah, he loves these things. And we can get this size, or his favorite one is about that big. Love that thing. I don't want my edibles waiting on me. They just hang out with me. I often say Luna does the opposable thumbs dance. Because, you know, she bounces at the door trying to convince me to open it. And I am convinced that if she had opposable thumbs, she would do it herself. Gingers. Orange cats are the best. Except when they actually have possession of the singular brain cell that all orange cats share. Just saying. That was my first thought between him and George the murder potato. Yes! Thank you, Amy. Yes, we could. Once we get him trained so that he's no longer a bolting risk, my little eloper, I am actually going... I am going to teach him... I'm going to get him trained as my POTS dog. So that he learns that when mommy is having a potsy moment, he can learn how to grab a Gatorade or one of my electrolyte water things and bring me a water. Hi, Ashley. Yes, letting Took into the fridge is a very bad idea. But if I manage to teach him to, only retrieve the things I need, like my meds or one of my electrolyte drinks, he would be awesome. And he already knows how to do the deep pressure for the anxiety. That would be awesome. I didn't realize that was who had joined us because I hadn't looked at the screen until he spoke and I jumped. I have no idea who won the MLB. I don't pay much attention to sports. When the local teams are playing, I will cheer for them. There are a few non-local teams that I will cheer for, specifically the San Diego Padres and the Portland Trail Blazers. Otherwise, yes! Tell him he is 1,000,000% correct, and he's about as warm. Oh, hello, Cook. I just noticed that you came in, and Seleman. I would be interested in hearing who is Messi and what sport. I'm not a sports ball person particularly. Although, I believe, oh, okay, thank you, Mike. I believe last year was the year that Sue Storm and Bird. Ah, okay. Thank you, Mike. Totally wild to watch on the field, and he's a good football guy. Okay. But I believe it was last year that Storm and her wife, whose name just poofed, were the grand marshals of the Seattle Pride Parade. Yeah, we watch handball. Amazingly, I don't realize who the European football players are, because I used to love soccer when I was a kid. That was about the only sport that I really kind of wanted to play. And it was a totally ridiculous, totally girl reason to want to play. The boy I had a crush on played soccer, and so I wanted to learn how to play soccer. Totally stupid reason, but it worked. Yes, I have watched the Hunger Games. I have not managed. I own the Hunger Games books, and I have read them. I also own the prequel. Have not been able to get myself to read it recently. And I've just been reading other things. Let's see. I've got a couple of series that I'm reading at the moment. I feel sorry for the poor woman that Raven and I were double teaming at the event today. We were discussing authors. Nice. We were discussing authors, and I started talking about Yasmin Galenorn, who is one of my favorite authors. She happens to be local to the Seattle area as well. And then Raven brought up Laurel K. Hamilton and Faye Porn, as well as the Anita Blake series, which is equally as good. Thank you, Kenzie. So Raven's talking about the Mary Gentry series, and I'm throwing in other little bits about it, and we're just kind of going back and forth about what this series. And this poor woman's like, yes, we were talking Mary Gentry. It is, I'm same. Fly By Night is Yasmin. Yeah, you like the Sisters of the Otherworld. Completely different author, but I can get you the books. They're in one of the Chewy boxes on the Entertainment Center. But, so, I know. So, the entire the entire plot to this series of books that we're discussing, Mary Gentry, and the reason I call it what I do, yes, we're talking about books. The entire point of this series is Meredith Gentry is a fairy princess. She has blood for both the Seelie and the Unseelie, but she ended up with the Unseelie court. Her aunt is the queen of the Unseelie court, and her aunt tells her and her cousin Sel, thank you for telling me how to pronounce that today, Raven, that basically she will hand the crown of that particular court over to whichever one of the two of them can conceive a child first. And yeah. Yep. Yeah. But yeah, it was a really good, it's a really good series. As you're reading through the series, one of her partners is Jackie Frost. He goes by the name Frost. One of her partners, they just refer to him as the Darkness, and he's actually one of my 2 favorite characters. But yeah, I am a book nerd, and I will go on and on. Ooh. Send me details. I love to hear that. Yes, he's a fuka, which, for some people who don't know, that is essentially, if I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, Raven, a hellhound. Yes. But, oh, wow. Similar characters, I believe, kiddo. But yeah, I am one, once you get me going on one of my special interests, and my books are one of them, I will talk your ear off. It's great. I have been... Shadow Spawn. Okay. That explains how he travels through mirrors and spiders. Wait, spiders wasn't him. Yes, it was. Isn't it? Just like another thing, part of fairy lore, don't ever thank the Fae. Because if you tell the Fae thank you, they will take that as you now owe them something, and they will come back for that favor. So that is why when I am doing my candle for our daily draw here, I light the candle and I say, with the lighting of my candle, my circle is closed. We invite the ancestors to join us here today. And when I extinguish the candle, I say, with the extinguishing of our candle, our circle is open, and we extend our gratitude to the ancestors and those who joined us today, because thanking them is a bad idea. Yep. Sort of. My dad was a workaholic until about the time I was 10. But yeah, my dad was a police officer, a Navy veteran, and he installed security systems for famous people, from the time I was like 6 to 10. God, he only worked there for like 4 years. God, it felt so much longer than that. It's okay. Mike, I hate when you use that word. Because anytime I see or hear you use that word, I think of your partner in crime from earlier today. I can't not. But yes, I am autistic. I am ADHD as all hell. I think my record for topics in a single sentence was 8. Good night, Sloppy Joe. Slappy Joe, not Sloppy Joe. Good night, Slappy Joe. Yup. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being respectful and polite and actually discussing in the chat that you are awesome. You are most welcome here anytime because of that. I firmly, I follow by the adage for the most part. If you step into my chat, into my room here, yes, I am talking about the fact that I am a witch, and I talk about the craft, and I talk about my stuff, but I did grow up in a Christian church, and so long as everyone can be respectful of discussing religions, we are fine discussing them. Did I get diagnosed as a kid witch, autistic or ADHD? Because one of them, yes, the other one, no, and I was also, re-diagnosed as autistic and ADHD in adulthood. I have my Pokemon, thank you. I have Charmander. Charmander. Pokemon nerd. As far as Hall Family Light Show, what do I do for work? You're looking at it. This is my job. My current primary source of income aside from this is my VA. I am an 80% service-connected disabled veteran. Which was actually some of the best time. I do teach yoga, and yes, I do have the training. For those who were here for the little wander through the office, my certificate is over this shoulder. Oh, look, doggy's here. Okay, guys. Hey, Light Tribe. Yeah, that is my 200-hour Yoga Alliance certified 200-hour. I am honestly jealous of the Eevees because as much as I love Charmander and Pika, Eevees are my favorite. You're sheepskin. It just dawned on me. Hi, Jules. Someone earlier asked how big, and I think they were asking how big the crinkle ball is. I don't know if I know where Fuzzbutt's big one is. Give me just a second. Flareon. You have Flareon. Oh, hell no. I am not falling for that one. Well, probably because you're an EMT, you have seen the worst of life. I have to ask, though, if you're an EMT, do you follow the guy whose screen name is Badge? I think it's like 532. Please don't meet me this way. He is. That is true. I don't think about that because he's just my little brother. So in my head, he's still, Oh, isn't he hilarious? I know. Batch 509, that's him. He posted one the other day. Honey, you're not going to want to listen to this because I tried to tell you about it and you screamed no like 50 times. The video started with, the Stitch incoming, but there's about a 4-finger glass. TT Sharks, we do not take that lightly. If you say something like that again, we will be calling for a welfare check on you. I will find you via your IP address. We are ITs in this house, so I don't play. But 509, it was like a double shot glass, a tumbler, and the ice cube that got dropped into it was a butt plug. And the Stitch comes in with him going, no, don't do it. Because for one thing, the not the flange, but the stem, basically, way too short. You're going to stick that thing up there. It's going to melt, and then we're going to have problems, and you're going to have to come see me. And if you have to meet me like this, let's not. I love the way he does things. I have to check out Mrs. Badge 509. And then the other EMT one that I follow, I swear to God, he was a crayon eater in a previous life because he just gives off marine vibes. But he's like tall, dopey looking, and I'm pretty sure even though he's got a buzz cut, he's blonde. But yeah, I love watching him too. I have had enough corpsmen, EMTs, physician assistants, etc. in my life. Possible. Hello. Hey, look at that. Okay. Threatened to get a Pikachu plushie and said, yes, he was talking about that earlier today, Mike. Hey, Drew. Which Drew? I have to ask, are you one of the 3 Drews I can think of off the top of my head that I know in person? That would be kind of cool. Yes, What's Good Media. Is that the one where... Is What's Good Media the one that tends to have the whiteboard that says 0 days since last accident or something? Oh, cool. Welcome, Drew. I was just asking if you were one of them that I knew because it makes life easier for me to be able to, interact a little better with you. Because currently there are 1, 2, 3, 4-ish. There's about at least 4 people in here that I do know in person. And it kind of changes a little bit the way I interact. I feel stupid because one of my regulars in here, I recognized the screen name. And it wasn't until last night, this person has been coming into my live streams for like the last 6 months. And last night he popped in just as we went off of our live. And he left a comment, and I saw the comment and realized who it was and felt incredibly stupid because he's honestly one of my very first friends. Really great guy. So, but yeah. It's not like you guys get preferential treatment or anything. It's just I know if I know you in person, such as Amethyst here. I know that there are going to be things that I can say or unspoken sentiments or that because my family is wonderful about communicating with looks. And so, just makes life easier. Ow! That one was attached. Sorry. Salute. My instinct is I'm trying to decide if you're Russian or Spanish. No, salute. I know. If it was Spanish, though, it would be S-A-L-U-D. Francais? Ah, that would be Mikado's, wheelhouse. There we go. Hola, ¿cómo está? It is. Jocelyn. I love that name, Posada. And the fact that we can communicate verbally with gestures and with just a look. My poor ex-husband. Love the man dearly, but I feel sorry for him in this situation. Yes, the man behind the curtain. ¿Cuántos años? I believe Jocelyn just asked how many years. Are you asking how old I am? Mi español está no muy bueno, es así. Aquí, 47. Yep. Drew, my youngest son, has said I was 42 for the last 10 years. That's why I'm laughing. The boy can remember when month and day of my birthday, but he cannot remember the year. So I have been 42 since before I turned 40. I'm appreciating the guesses. Thought so. So far, hello Isis. Grazie. Yep. That's the word I was having problem translating. Hello Goku. We are fans of Douglas Adams in this house, so yeah. Ooh, Amy, you should ask Uncle Gary about the game. Or Jean Ann, she might remember it. Hello, greetings from the Philippines. Ooh, that's your clan. Your kin, darling. New Year's. I know. Just figure New Year's, you'll have it carried. You'll have it in the clear. Yes, that is one of my favorite parts of the internet. Oh, we had someone in the live yesterday saying Tooker's is internationally famous. I've been meaning to tell Jess that all day. Oh, cheese and crackers it is. Wow. Yeah, and you know what gets me, Jess? And this one has played with my brain for a few days. Your other half and Amy are the same age. And that just my head just goes boom. Because, you know, yeah. I'll explain that later. Magic and science are compatible because a lot of the things that we now know are science and we have the scientific explanations for, that's a dog bed, were once considered magic. So, oh, excuse the hell out of me. I'm sorry. Dr. Pepper talks back. Yes, I know. I'm horrible. He's snoring. Hi, Avery. We're just kind of chit-chatting. It started out as a basically debrief from me doing an event today. That's right. I keep giving you I keep adding a year. It's the other one in your household. Go get some sleep, Raven. I know you're as tired as the kids are today. Yeah, we're pretty much just chit-chatting here. This is me having fun. This is me having fun getting to know my witchlings here. Aside from the, few that are family. Oh, dear Lord. Do I get to listen to her sing in my ear? Welcome to the club, Raven. Hello, Andrew. Ontario Cubing Car Wash. Oh, chairbender. Okay. My view of a witch. So what I see as being a witch is someone who works with the natural elements, basically sets intentions and manipulates energy to create the effect they want to see. I hope that came out as clearly as I wanted it to. No, you actually do not. The only thing you need to perform magic and witchcraft is your body and your brain. You set an intention, you put that energy out into the world, and the rest of the accoutrements like the herbs, the candles, the cauldron, the flame, all of that is simply to assist in creating the energy that you want to raise to let loose. I know. Algalarupt. Cheese and crackers. Do I think there are evil witches? There are witches who will perform baneful magic more often than not. How to protect yourself from them? I have to think for someone who isn't. I have to think how to do it for someone who doesn't practice. Because my first thought when someone asks, how do I protect myself from someone aiming baneful magic at me, is a mirror spell. And there are 2 mirror spells that I can tell you easily how to do right off the top of my head. Where the fluff did it go? I just had the bloody thing. Alright, because I'm not going to be able to use a example. So first you take a mirror. Yeah, it was my little Black Rose Compact. I just had it in my hand too, which is bugging the fluff out of me. Yep. Oh, you know what? Maybe if I say I'm going to put this in a safe place, it'll come back. Yeah. Well, if someone mirrors your mirror spell, let me explain what a mirror spell is, and then we'll talk about what happens if someone tries to mirror it. So there are 2 mirror spells. The first one that I do the most often is you take a compact. You know those little cheapo compacts you can pick up that have a regular mirror and a magnifying mirror? That's what you want. So you're going to take something that represents the person you want to put in the mirror. Oh, sound cut out. Are we okay? Can you hear me again, or did I get muted? Okay, so you take a compact, take the item that you're going to use to represent the person you are putting in. Best practice is going to be a picture of them. If you don't have a picture of them, then write out their name, any identifying information about them. So you want to fold it up, put it in the compact between the 2 mirrors, and then you want to take red string, red thread, red yarn, something red to wrap the mirrors with. Another option is, or you can do it on top of the thread. Seal it with wax from a candle. I like to use a black candle because black is banishing. Another option which is slightly easier, but there's a little bit more involved in prepping the spell. Take just a mirror, doesn't matter what size, usually a hand mirror. The one I use is about yay big. And you basically enchant the mirror and then just set it in a mirror, in a window facing out. Typically aimed towards the person that would be sending the ick towards you. Because what that does is it will then literally reflect that back to them. How many of us have seen the movie Teen Witch? Because basically it turns into the spell that her little brother throws at her. The brother is calling her saying, "You're a dog, you're a dog, you're a dog." And she goes, "I'm rubber, you're glue. What you call me sticks back on you." That is essentially what the mirror spell is doing. That is one of my favorites. I just recently undid my most recent mirror spell. And I'll tell you what, about 48 hours after I undid that particular mirror spell, the person that I had been mirroring back at showed back up in my social media. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. I also know... Yes, Slender. Yes. Having grown up in the Episcopal Church and having become a witch, yes, there are many ways that we can find common ground. Because I do know a fair number of Christian witches, and, well, just like with any religion, we have far more in common than we don't. We're good. Actually, that's a really good question, Mike. I cannot remember what a Muslim... I know, officiant would be called. There we go. But yeah. I do apologize for the slow mode having been kicked in. We are having someone being a total and complete douche canoe in my chat, and I do not allow that. They are being racist AF. And I have far... Thank you, Drew! I have far too many African American adopted family and friends for me to be comfortable with that. I also will not tolerate racism against any race. I follow the Imam. Thank you! Thank you. Actually, I believe all three of you are correct. It just depends on the level, kind of like a priest. That makes sense. But, I follow the tolerance paradox, which means I do not tolerate intolerance. So, if you're going to come into my space and be disrespectful and be rude and preach things such as racism and any other kind of hate, especially against LGBTQ, you will not stay for long. Which baby. One? Because two of them kinda, but the third one I didn't even feel it. And that would be this one. Did not feel the septum ring as it was being pierced. Let's see. But the belly button hurt more than I was anticipating. That one was weird. And yeah. This one was surprisingly less painful than expected. My worst were these. But they're cartilage, so that's part of why. Oh, that really didn't. That's a very good... Probably, actually, I have to say... Probably because of the fact we are persecuted for simply wanting to live our lives the way we are. Why, thank you for sending hate from Ohio, if that makes you feel better. I cannot even... I will never do nipple rings. Never do nipple rings. Oh. My ex-girlfriend had nipple piercings. I'm not sure if she still has them. But she had to take them out for, I think, an MRI or something. And I I happened to be standing, I happened to be standing next to her when she went to put them back in, and one of them, the hole had started to close. And the noise it made as it oh, no. Okay, we're going to stop thinking about that because I can hear it again. It was awful. No, not really, Slender. But no. I used to say it was similar to the way that it was portrayed in the original Charmed series, but that was predominantly, it's okay, Sarah. It was predominantly because Charmed said, don't necessarily do magic for personal gain. Which, yeah, I try not to unless I am hitting the lowest of the low. Then I'll do a money bowl or something like that. But my personal preference is to use my craft to help and educate others. All right. Next announcement. Due to this wonderful little MCAS flare, my brain is kind of glitching at the moment, so I'm having to search for words a little more. I love you, sweetheart. You're the best. Oh, okay. Just translate what you said, hon. Hello, Rodrigo. Oh, God. How old was I when I actually realized I was, or how old was I when I started being attracted to the people I am? Because those are completely different things. Men are able to as well, because there are 2 male witches in this chat currently. Let's see. I have known, God, probably since I was about 6 or 7, that I basically swung both ways. But I honestly thought that was normal until I was in 21-ish. Because Mikado was a baby at the time. I was on the phone with one of my best friends at the time. She was out as a bi woman. And we're chit-chatting about somehow we ended up on sexuality. And I'm talking to her. And the more I talk to her, the harder and harder she's laughing. And I finally got fed up with her for laughing at me. And I'm like, what the is so funny? And she's like, oh my God, you're as bi as I am, woman. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah. Oh. And so that was how I figured out that I was. Nope. So that is when I figured that one out. That was hilarious looking back, though. Although the best one was the fact that, so I was about 21 when I did that. And then somewhere in my early to mid 30s, I finally finally decided, I needed to come out to my dad. And I couldn't actually say the words to him. So, and this is kind of dating me. I brought up MySpace on my dad's laptop, went to my profile. Warlock is an oathbreaker. And so I bring up my MySpace profile on my dad's laptop, and I just point to that part of it, and he looks at it, nods his head, looks at me and goes, so, I've known that forever. Just don't tell your mom. She'll disown you. And I'm like, yeah, I figured that. So, that was me coming out to my dad. And then about 3 months later, me, him, and my ex-husband were, I think, coming back from an appointment at the VA. It had to be that. Because that would have been the only reason the 3 of us were alone. And we're sitting in a McDonald's, and there is a motorcycle sitting in the parking lot that we can see. Hello, Nico. So we're staring, we're looking at the motorcycle going, that's kind of a really cool bike. I like it. And then the rider walked out, and we're like, okay, do we like her better or the bike better? I think we decided that we liked them both rather equally. That was one of the most entertaining afternoons of my life. Oh, hell no. Thank you, my love. Hello, Olive. I know. Let's see. And then Hard Rocker. Which she are you referring to, Hard Rocker? I'm just curious. That's what I'm hoping. Ha. Oh, it is a crystal ball. Those are cool. Ooh. Depends on the role. Margot Robbie as Barbie was great, but honestly, her Harley, top notch. She was amazing. But Anne Hathaway, I have had the biggest crush on Anne Hathaway. Yes, you did. We've watched it a million times. I had it on DVD. Anyway, sorry. Mikado was yelling in my ear. But Anne Hathaway, speaking of Princess Diaries, I have had a crush on Anne Hathaway since the Princess Diaries, because I just absolutely adored her character. Yes! Mikado! Do you not remember the Princess Diaries where Queen Clarice is sliding down the stairs on the mattress and she sings the song with Raven? And Princess Mia is getting married? The whole plot of the movie is Mia is supposed to get married to Chris Pine's character, or she's supposed to get married, and Chris Pine's character is supposed to figure out how to keep her from getting the throne. I know we have watched it. Sorry. But yes. Oh, Prince. Yeah, okay. I just said Princess Bride 3, and I read it as Princess Diaries because I knew what she was referring to. Yeah, just mentioned Princess Bride. See, I wish there was a second Princess Bride, but it would not be the Princess Bride without Andre the Giant. May the man's memory ever be a blessing. Thank you. Yeah, same. Welcome to my family and our shitty memories. We often conflate words or flip words around, and yeah. Am I a princess? Certain members of my family would say yes. Well, hello there. Speaking of someone who thinks I'm a princess, you think I'm a queen. Hi, baby. You go, baby. Mwah. Good girly. Do I have a husband? Yes. Oh, yeah. No. Darling, dear. Aside from the fact, yes, Andre and Hulk were very good friends towards the during his life. I honestly don't think they're in the same place now. Do you see what you did? You left a nose print on my glasses, you bitch. By the way, the bitch in question is a 75-pound blonde Malamute pit bull mix. And she just gave Mom kisses. All right. Oh, ew. Yes, I absolutely love Tim Burton. I absolutely, part of the reason I absolutely adore Tim Burton is the fact that 9 movies out of 10, he would cast Johnny Depp and his own wife, Helena Bonham Carter, in his movies, and I adore both of them as actors. Yes, they are. Of course you're the princess, my dear. I will make sure you have a crown the next time I see you. It's all pink. My room here looks like a Pepto-Bismol bottle exploded. Let's see. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. I am not a goofy stepmom. I'm just a goofy mom and big sister. I was a goofy fun mom. When my kids were teenagers, I was the cool mom, and I didn't even try. Didn't even necessarily want to be. Michael, you have the cutest puppy. That is an adorable puppy. I'm a dog person. I'm a cat person. I like furry critters. Isn't it? It's a cute little white pupper. Yeah, the Michael who has said hi and said I love you. Look at it, his PFP. That is the cutest pupper. Isn't it? Sorry, I have the man behind the curtain and Mikado in my ear. So. What is your question that you need help with, Enrique? Oh, he's used to hearing me tell other dogs they're cute. He knows he's the handsomest boy ever, though. So are you. Human being, hello. Thank you. Normally they're braids, but I have had the world's longest day today, and I did not have the spoons to braid my hair. If you're wondering what I mean by spoons, please Google the spoon theory, or if the man behind the curtain is feeling particularly nice, he may drop the link for us. She's such a goofy. My hog. Yes, I am familiar with Argentina. Argentina is actually a really beautiful country. Thank you, Mike. I love you. Have I ever tried armed what? Ooh. I unfortunately cannot help with that, Enrique. I actually was dared in high school to not put my hair in any kind of a ponytail for 1 week. And the guys who dared me finally broke down and let me do a half up. Because I can't stand my hair in my face. Darling dear children, can you please take your roughhousing in the other room? Mommy is busy. That goes for you too, you little old fart. Hey, sweet girl. Oh, ASMR? I have not done ASMR. I had a number of people say I would probably do really well with it. If you've got a good look at him, then definitely contact Polizia. Hi, sweet boy. She's grinning at me. She has got the biggest doggy grin right now. Oh my god. Do I have a gun? Technically, it is not mine, but yes, there is a gun in the house. Look at that. What is this? But yes, I do have a gun. I do have a gun in the house. Yes, I am trained with it. Technically, I am a qualified sharpshooter. Do I enjoy this? Depending on the target. Can you see my which dog, my dear? All right, fine. All right. Ooh, you know, come here. Yip, yip. Get up in my lap again since I know you want to. Good morning from Iran. Oof. I hadn't even thought about it because I'm just sitting here chit-chatting. Isn't he adorable? This is the baby of the family. This is Tuckers. He is 3 years old. He is German Shepherd, Husky, and Malamute. Yes, I know you love the mama. Can I get your brother to come say hi? No? Okay. He is the baby. Amy says hi, baby. I know he is. Amy and your other mommy say hi. And your other mommy says she misses you. And so does Dad. Yeah. Can you hop down? Oh, goober. All right. No, not very well yet. I am working on finding a trainer for him because he has been traumatized. And so I am working very hard to find a therapist who will work with him. And he is rather reactive to other dogs, except for... I lost him. There you are! Okay, come here. Come here. Come here. So the little old man doesn't want to say hi. Thank you. My glasses came from Zenny. Right, you're a good boy. You're a good pupper. Thank you, Andy. Brooklyn is awesome. One of these years, I want to get to New York. Hi, Goober. Okay, fine. This is what happens. This is what happens when Mom leaves the house for 12 hours. How can you get a girlfriend who is a witch? Very carefully. I love you. Nada. Is it Nada Alkatami? That's kind of a cool name. Bitch. I'm jealous, Jess. I actually have an online friend who is from that. Oh, wait. I have 3 people in Rochester area then. Because your fingers hate you. That's why you keep typoing. That and you're sleep deprived. But yes, would you like to get down out of my lap now? Thank you. Easy Weedle Man. Yup. Happy puppers. Rima. Oh, that's a pretty name. See, okay. If I were anything but a white woman, this would sound completely different. But one thing I love about multiple other cultures is the names, because there are so many beautiful names. And I just... Copy. Yep. My name is rather boring. Well, my current name isn't, but my dead name is. Although I have to admit, having had Quinn on Glee with my name was kind of cool. No, my name is not Quinn. I shared a name with the actress. It was even spelled the same way. Hello, Lily. Oh, there are some Catholic witches. My thoughts on Hispanics. Oh. Okay, I have met some really awesome Hispanics. I have met some really crappy Hispanics. But I had a Mexican sister, and she was one of my favorite people in the world. Unfortunately, Moya Moya took her away from me. And actually, she is still my first thought, but I now have relatively new next door neighbors. That is cool. Who are Mexican, and they have the cutest pit bull. He is so cute and so sweet. Oh, you are absolutely incorrect there, my darling dear child. Technically, anyone from South America is Hispanic. They are Hispanic or Latino, Latina, Latinx, however you want to phrase it. Hispanic and Latino are basically, if my memory is correct, the same thing. So, don't make me give slap you the next time I see you. There are more Hispanics than just in Mexico. What are you saying is wrong, Juicer? Sometimes. I have actually met a few that liked it. Like I said, I've met a few that liked it, which is weird. Yes, they would. Yes, generally Benji's mom. This is true. Many of them do. Mexico is such a weird creature, honestly. I have no issues with Mexicans in general, but there are some that are crappier than some of the Americans here. But that could be said about any country. Exactly, as the man behind the curtain says, it's not like we've been the best influence. I have, though, recently had a conversation with someone who liked the fact that I said Latinx to them. They're like, I have not heard someone say anything like that in so long. Thank you. Yes, I should lay off the sugar, but purple is my favorite color. You would think it's pink, but it really isn't. Hi, Asagi Uichi. I am going to bet that you are Asian, considering. Nasrullah Khan, that's another cool name. The person I was talking to gave me their name, and it was a really cool name, but I need to scroll back and find it. Zalia, that is a cool name. No, I haven't watched NCIS since before Gibbs left. Just say Khan. Okay, I saw. Okay, you say just say Khan, and my first thought is Star Trek, the original series. And I don't want to do that, but yes, Khan. Okay, but I saw that they get their own series. I'm looking forward to it. Somebody decided to skip the commercials the other night when we were watching the late shows, and I caught the Tony and Ziva thing, and before I could say, hey, wait, I wanted to, we were already back to Colbert. Yes! Supernatural is an awesome show. Okay, wait, backing up. I loved the first, I think, 2 seasons when it was still a Monster of the Week. And then they brought Cassian, and it went uber biblical. And I'm just like, that was my thoughts, Amy. But they brought Cass in, and they went all biblical. And it was hard for me to watch. Okay. Mike is having a conversation with Emilio. So what did Emilio say? I gotta scroll back up here. What type of witches are the most common? Nature-based, dark-based, healing-based? I honestly could not tell you what the most common is. And actually, Mike, I'm going to correct you here. There are different types of witches. We'll get to Buffy in a minute. Actually, there are earth witches, there are kitchen witches, there are head witches, etc., etc. But I need to stand up to grab something to answer the Buffy question. Yes, I'm wearing shorts. One of my favorite decks that I own. It is actually the only TV show based deck that I currently own. But I love this deck. That would be my incubator. Oh, it's not. It's a novelty deck. Thank you. This is one of the few novelty decks, and I think it's actually my current favorite one. My others are cat. I have a cats. I love the entire Underworld series. Michael Sheen. I actually was introduced to Michael Sheen through the Underworld series, and I really like him as an actor now. Hey, Caleb! Good to see you, dude. All right, let's see. Yep. One of Spawn's, I told you this already, but the Spawn's best friend would love your Zelda deck. Oh. So, yeah. Hey, the one guy, we're doing pretty good here. We're just kind of chilling out. Holy shipskin. I had an event today, which is why we didn't have coffee and cues like we normally do on Sundays. I'm actually a member of the Puget Sound Satanic Temple, so. Yeah, no. I think it's hilarious that somebody was going on and on and on about how Satanists worship Satan and witches worship Satan, and they got told no repeatedly. And so they're like, so who does believe in a literal Satan? Christians. They're the only religion that do. Let's see. Khan said something. Oh. I don't do JKR. I have far, far, far too many people in my life who fall under the trans umbrella for me to be comfortable supporting a turf. No, Satanists do not actually believe in literal Satan. The Satanic Church, the LaVeyan Satanic Church, really was founded just to piss off the Roman Catholics. And then the Satanic Temple, I don't remember how it started. Yes, I was not going to out any of my loved ones, but if you choose to say so, I will not say you can't. What? I know. Can you go get Dad for a while? Go bug Dad? Go get JN? Go get anybody but me for a little bit, sweetheart? You are a static Klingon. I know you love me, but you are being a static Klingon. If you could crawl inside my skin with me, you would, and I know it. Oh, whoops. I am stealing that one, Amy. I love it. Oh, ouch. Hello, Jimmy Dean. Oopda. We are very independent. I will be honest about that one. Are you comfortable? I'll take that as yes. 11:30, 23:30. Ugh. Which is part of why this guy's crawling up into my lap. Ah, yes. Hail, hydrate. Okay. That is one of the two religions that I will not put up with in here. Okay. More than two, but that's one of the top two that I will not put up with in here. Can we please not discuss Scientology, Jehovah's Witnesses, or any cult in here? Thank you, Max. He's my baby. He's one of three. Oh, good goddess. What is the difference between Romans and Protestants? Oh, shit, kitten caboodle. That's going to make me think hard. Well, it kind of depends on which flavor of Protestant we're talking. Ah! Emilio, if you could answer that one, please do, and I will see if I can formulate some semblance of an intelligent answer. See, I grew up Roman Catholic light. I was an Episcopalian. And I have attended Roman Catholic services. I have attended Baptist services. I have attended Methodist services. I'm not going to touch that one with a 50-foot pole, my dear cousin. Especially not knowing that your dad does what he does. Amy's being a goofball tonight. and trying to bait me into a conversation I'm not going to have. Oh God, she's right though. All the ceremony and half the guilt. That's that's why I frequently say that Wicca is the Roman Catholics of the pagan world. Substitute Pope for the church, and I think you're right there, Emilio. Thank you. Hi, Jasmine. I will be honest. I did, when I first became pagan, I did start out with Wicca. Many people do. This is true, Amy. But I started out with Wicca, and then I decided that the smells and bells weren't my cup of tea in the Christian church. I really wasn't all that terribly interested in the smells and bells in my witchcraft. I'm not a high ritual person. I am definitely a low-key lazy witch. No other way to put it. So 99% of my witchcraft. See you later, Lily, and hi, Linda. 90% of my witchcraft is candle magic, which is just, I dress my candle, I inscribe my candle, I light my candle, I walk away. Have a good one, Linda. I have the particularly blessed history of having grown up with a grandfather who was an Episcopal priest. Not with Fuzzbutt and Sarge or Tookers in the house anymore, but yeah. But I grew up with a grandfather who was an Episcopal priest, an expert theologian, who sold his doctoral thesis in research chemistry to attend seminary. So I grew up with the theory that God created the amoeba. And my last conversation with him as far as religion goes was while I was on active duty and met people who had some of the same beliefs I did that didn't mesh with the church's beliefs. Found out they were pagans, they were witches, which caused a massive crisis of faith in my head because I was that girl who, when I would write letters or notes or anything, I would sign it with a cross with the little beams of light coming out of it and say, God bless constantly. I was that kid. I hate to think about it now. And so I called my grandfather having a crisis of faith, and I'm like, Grandpa, this is what I've just learned about. This is how they align with what I've always thought. And he's like, honey, I knew you believed that stuff. So what I'm going to say here is go live your life for you. Stop trying to live your life according to what someone else wants for you, because if you do that, you're going to be miserable. You're going to make everybody around you miserable. I know you. You're a good person. So I know that so long as you don't kill anybody that you were not ordered to, you're going to live a good, honest life, and I will see you again in the afterlife. And so so here's a wonderful Navy story. Again, parent and child sharing name. My dad and my brother. My brother is Junior. My dad was a submariner like my grandfather was, but it was his father-in-law. But my dad was a submariner, went to sub school in Groton, Connecticut. In like 65, 66-ish. And then my older brother also was going to be a submariner, went to Groton, Connecticut. Somehow my brother lucked out and ended up in the same class number as our father had been 30 or 25 years earlier. My older brother got called down to his CO's office and informed that there was a child support order against him. And my brother's like, huh? Yeah, we have a letter here from such and such date saying you owe back child support for these 2 children. Giving the names, and my brother's like, oh, do me a favor. What's that? Would you kindly look at the birth dates on those children? Well, one of them was born in mid-70 and one was born in 68. Thank you. Now do me a favor, since you have my file right there, can you kindly look at my birth date? January of 19... Oh. Yeah, so how am I supposed to pay child support for a child that was born 2 years before I was? We'll take care of this. So, yeah. That is... Have a good one, not typical. So, that was one of the reasons that my darling ex-husband decided that Mikado was not going to be named after him, and I was free to name him whatever I wanted to. So, he got the name I wanted. Thank you, Random. I did. It was gorgeous. But yeah, so my darling ex-husband didn't, and he shares a name with his father. My ex is the third. And he's like, yeah, no, I've had enough trouble with my dad. Your brother has had some issues with his dad. Your other brother has had issues with his dad. We're not doing this. Hey, Gigi. Ooh. Gigi. We're just chit-chatting and blah, blah, blah here. I am off on a random tangent. I have no idea how I got here, but, oh, Amy, thank you. Hey, Amy, you were a little bit older than Mike was, at least. Mike was 6 months old? Yeah, oh God, he is. But see, he's weird because your brother wasn't 30 yet. But that's family lore. So, okay, I'm going to tell a slightly embarrassing story about Mikado here, but I find it absolutely hilarious, and it refers to our grandfather passing away. So my grandfather passed away Holy Week of 99. Mikado was born August of 98. So you can figure age right there. So my parents, my brother, and I drive from San Diego to Portland, Oregon. Ah, cool. Yep. And so we're driving north, and it ends up being the guys in one vehicle and my mom and I in the other. So we had stopped somewhere. I can't remember if it was Northern California or Southern Oregon. But my brother decided to toss his nephew, not literally toss, but put his nephew in the bed of his truck where the cooler that they had, Pepsi in was. My darling son knew what that Pepsi was. And, the cooler was closed. He looked at the cooler and, he goes crawling. The first time that boy had crawled, he crawled over to that cooler and then proceeded to pry it open because he wanted a Pepsi. His first word. We were sitting at a restaurant. The waitress walked up and asked us what we would like to drink with our dinner. First person to speak at the table was the baby, who looked at her and went, Pepsi. Crawled for Pepsi. First steps were for Pepsi. First word was Pepsi. Today, he no longer drinks Pepsi. Go figure. Hello. Oh, wow. You look about as tired as your brother and I are. Your brother. Going after Pepsi.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't mean the dog.
The backseat for Pepsi.
The bed of the Jeep, yeah. Hey, Archer. I know. I have a yoga instructor, so I do like Code Red is the only Mountain Dew I'll drink. It's for those of you who are regulars here, the Spawn just got home and he is currently standing in the hallway here saying hi because I haven't seen him all weekend. Watch out for Second Puppy. Hi, baby doll. Love you. We had fun today. We had a good day. I got to see Bodil. She's doing better. She is out of ICU, so thank you. Actually, I will take the putting off public library vibes as a compliment. If you say, oh, you can't. Oh, you don't want to be heard, but he's in my ear. That's true. If you say hi, he'll hear you. We're having a day. Hey, Void. I think it's via Void. I'm just gonna say Void. My eyes decided to swap the letters. Am I a good witch or a bad witch? I am a do no harm but take no shit kind of witch. K-pop, I haven't gotten into it. I have heard some BTS, I've heard some Stray Kids, and I don't hate it, but sweet. I have a Void, wherever the fluff he is. Nope, he's not in his bed. I don't like mushrooms. I absolutely despise mushrooms. I was baptized into the Episcopal Church. I found him hiding behind the curtain a long ass time ago. Or was he behind the couch? It's the boy. It's the baby. It's the baby. It's the baby. No, I'm not Glinda. Glinda's actually the bitchy witch. Hey, you baby. Hello. You want to come say hi? You're a good boy.
Somebody's very adamant about not believing in children.
Come here, baby. Wow, look what I got. I got a kitty. I get the kitty, cat. Yes, I do tarot. I read tarot. I read oracles. I read pendulums. I want to learn how to read tea leaves eventually. Okay, I have to admit, though, as much as I believe that they perfectly cast Glinda in the Wicked movies, I have to admit Ariana Grande has an amazing voice. Yes, I do yoga. I'm a yoga instructor. Okay. Oh my good grief. Look at the fur flying. Ah! I can give you more. Because the first one that comes to mind is puppy. Why am I a witch? Because when I was 18-ish, when I was about 18-ish, I met people who had beliefs that mirrored mine that did not align with the church. And when I learned that they were pagan/witches, I had a fascination with witches since I was a kid, and I'm like, cool. Oh, excuse me. Have I ever done cold yoga? How cold? Oh, tall girl. Now I'm reading her name correctly. Tall girl. Hello, Moon Edits. Happy birthday. I don't even know what witch house music is, but I'm curious. Oh, it's teal. You are correct, my love. Benite. I am a witch. I have been a witch for pushing 30 years. Oh, let's see. But teal girl, yes. There is not an outfit that is complete without at least cat or dog hair. It's perfect if it has both. Which is why this t-shirt that you see here is slightly blurry, because if we zoom in on it in any way, shape, or form, you can see just how much dog and cat hair there is on it. No, I was not groomed to be who and what I am. I simply am who and what I am. And yeah, we're not going to address that. I saw that. Okay, I am amazed. Oh, we have the camera set that it's not autofocus. Sorry, Fuzzboat was previously loving on my microphone, so I have to pick cat hair and dog hair out of it, and I have a feeling that's making noise, so I'm going to stop. Oh, yeah, church trauma is a thing. I know a few people who have some. We used to joke, I want to say, yep, we used to joke, Anthony, that our corgi had figured out how to teleport things, because we would be sitting in like a restaurant, or I would pick up a bottle of soda or Gatorade at the store, open it up, and there would be a freaking corgi hair in it. Yes, I am a member of the queer community, so I support my community. That's true too, Mike. Hello, Tinklewinkle. That is kind of a cool name. Oh, I learned something today. For any of us who are Gen Z, millennials, or zennials, and remember Bozo the Clown. The rights to the Bozo the Clown brand have been purchased by David Arquette, and he is bringing back Bozo. I am excited about this because, well, I remember being a little kid getting up at the ass crack of dawn to sneak out to the living room to watch Bozo on cartoon. David Arquette is the one who was married to Monica, Courtney Cox. And I learned why David Arquette and Courtney Cox are patrons of my local theater, community stock theater. Apparently, there is an Arquette sibling who lives on the other side of Puget Sound from us. That was pretty cool to learn today. I learned that because one of the very kind people who sat down and chatted with us today is their cousin. So that was kind of a cool conversation to have. That was so much fun. And yes, thank you, Sigil. Gay rights are human rights. Y'all are all too right. Hello, Mason. Are you referring to not knowing the Arquette siblings or Bozo? Bozo the Clown is essentially, well, Six posted the clown face, and that's essentially Bozo. He has the red hair that kind of sticks out from his head, kind of like the pointy-haired boss from Dilbert, but it's red. He has the big red nose, and his costume, if memory serves, it's been at least 35 years since I watched it, was blue. So it was kind of cool. Hello, Cohen. Puppy pictures from the cousin. Oh, fuzzy butt pictures. Aww. Sorry, man behind the curtain just took over the laptop and is scrolling through the pictures that my cousin sent us. Murder drones. Ooh. Yeah, Bozo's a funny clown. Creepy clown. There's lots of creepy clowns. Ouch, cheese and quiz. Cheese. Some anime. I have kind of been forced to watch it by people who shall remain nameless, Mike. But I do like some animes. Let's see. I have a child who has a Naruto tattoo. Bozo can be creepy to some people. But I have a child who has a Naruto tattoo. I have a child who used to run like Naruto. Actually, I think he still does. I have a child who wears a academia. Please help me, Mike. Something academia. Why is it not coming to mind? And then Yu-Gi-Oh! Was popular in our house, although that wasn't exactly anime. Canadian anime of... Yeah, My Hero Academia. Thank you, Adelaide. Oh, damn. A bunch of people came up with it. Thank you. I'm blanking on names. Code Lyoko. That was the Canadian... Yep. Thanks, Teal. I think I have seen Yucko. Yeah, everybody's coming up with it. I could see the freaking logo because I'm picturing his hoodie. But we watched My Hero Academia. I know. Kodlyoko was awesome. Oh, shit. I gotta do one real quick thing. Give me just 1 second, though, y'all, because I have a certain app that I need to at least check into before midnight. So, give me just a second. I don't care if I get the whole shit kit and caboodle tonight. There we go. Hot. Ta-da! Yeah. There we go. I have almost 400 days on there. Yeah, thank you, Jazz. Kodlyoko I loved Kodlyoko. Demon Hunter is another, anime, and yes, I am queer, but, see, I am one of those kids. Okay, I'm not a kid anymore, but same Teal. I know, right, Jess? But, I'm the same way, Teal. I love the fact that my kids are so into some of this stuff, especially the Spawn. He shares this wall with me, so when I talk about him, I tend to point that way. One of my favorite things that he has done is he has drugged me to watch a couple of movies that were anime, and I wish I could remember the one. But the other thing that he and I have done is we will occasionally go catch some of the Studio Ghibli movies during the Studio Ghibli weekends. I love Studio Ghibli. Rosario Vampire. Ooh, that one sounds interesting. Roblox Forsaken I am not familiar with. Oh, Studio Ghibli is awesome. I think the only one that I really have not seen yet is Totoro. But we went and saw Howl's Moving Castle, Spirited Away, and I think one other that I can't remember. Link me. I'll read it when I might maybe have time. Oh yeah, definitely my jam, dude. Link me. Please, sooner rather than later then. That sounds awesome, dude. Have you seen my library recently, sweet? Dude! Okay, Rabbit Chipmunk in my ear is entertaining until you scream. Hey, sweet baby. Hey, Tony. Child is discussing my library. 90% of my library is paranormal romance, urban fantasy. Shout out to any of the Kim Harrison Hollows fans. Hey, Fondant. Thank you, Catherine. I don't disagree there. Hey, No Boney. Catherine, we have had a few discussions in some of my chats here about, the fact that, the King James Version of the Bible, which is the first one that said, homosexuality was a sin. The original true translation of those verses is that you shall not lie with a man like you would with a woman, or lie with a boy like you would with a woman. So it's actually saying you shouldn't be a PDF file. But because King James's advisors didn't like the fact that he had a boy toy on the side, they decided to deliberately mistranslate the Bible so that it said thou shalt not lie with a man, and therefore said homosexuality was a sin. Yep. King James Version, which is the version I grew up on, and generally, because I love Shakespeare, I love the these and the thous. That is my preferred version of the Bible. Hello, Jenny. Hello, Bella. Yeah, it's the one I know. All right. Sweet. But yeah. You got some seriously dyslexic fingers there, sweetheart. Are you sure you don't need to go get some sleep? It is pushing midnight. I just want to say surrogacy is a thing as our sperm donors. I know. Sorry, I'm responding to a comment that nobody saw. That said they don't reproduce. Kevin, all of those verses were mistranslated. I just used that one in particular as my primary example. Go get some rest, Teal. Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. Oh, and FYI, I was raised by an expert theologian, and Mikado was raised by me, so we know our Bible. Thank you very much. Just because I'm a witch doesn't mean I don't know my Bible. I have... How many? Okay, Mike, have fun. You're not wrong. Go ahead and pull your gotcha responses back, sweetheart. I'm also going to reference Father Nathan Monk. Please, if you are not familiar with him, I highly recommend you find him, particularly on Substack. He is an amazing writer. Just, if you see typos in his writing, please be patient. The man is dyslexic, and he is a former Russian Orthodox priest, and he's just a really cool guy. But yes, most of us are God's child, or you're a God's child. That begs the question, which God? Why wouldn't I be? I've actually volunteered at multiple different schools in the last 10 years. 10 years? 10 years? 10 years? Let's see. Yeah, 10 years. No shit, Sherlock. Mike, I'll let you have at that person because I'm the one they're saying should be allowed near schools. Yes. I'm a Gen X witch, so we all know I'm feral AF, so. Yes.
On the 4th in North Bend, there will be light rain, with a high of 68 and a low of 55. There are 4 entries today. There are 2 no tasks. Good night.
Thank you, shut up! Sorry. He's back. Hi, baby boy. You're not getting in my lap again. I love you, but you're not getting up in my lap right now. Who the fluff? Uh-oh. What? I think my earbud is dying. You're good. It is midnight. How is it midnight? It doesn't feel like it's midnight. Why do generations matter? Ah, here we go. Perfect example as to why generations matter. I am Generation X, on the cusp of millennials. My husband is millennial, kind of cuspy, and his sister is firmly a millennial, okay? I can make a reference to something from my childhood that I very much enjoyed. And my husband has no clue what I'm talking about because he doesn't remember it. Lawn darts. There we go. There's a perfect example. I remember playing with lawn darts. My husband, nope, because they had been banned in the United States by the time he was old enough to play with them. That 2 years makes a huge difference. His sister, oh God, 90% of the time, 90% of the time, my pop culture references when I'm talking about my early childhood, she's like, huh? Because she is 9 years younger than I am. I do not do fluid bonding. That sounds about right, Sean. Or Shan. Sorry, I added a U. Ooh, Catherine is in Central. Ooh, did I ask Carolyn or Catherine where she's at? Catherine said it's 2 a.m. for her. I'm assuming you're her. If you're not, please let me know. St. Louis. Ooh, Missouri. Yeah, she's in St. Louis. Okay, so we have 2 Missourians in the chat. Yep, misery. See, my best friend / adopted sister is from that state, as is my youngest girlfriend, and it is hilarious. And my cousin, who will probably chime in here. One of them says Missouri. One of them calls it misery. And then I have my sister calls it Missouri. Thank you, Zenny. And I have another adopted kid who is from that area. Okay, so you know Amy. Hi, I'm Amy's cousin. Okay. But yeah, so it's kind of entertaining just seeing. Ecclesiastes is one. If memory serves, to everything there is a season, a time and a purpose under heaven, a time to be born, a time to die, a time to rejoice, a time to mourn. That is all Ecclesiastes, if memory serves. I could be wrong. We have Zoomies too. So if she didn't fill you in, Mike, who is the comment under you here, and I, as well as my bonus kid and another adopted relative, did the Pacific Northwest Witches Market Lammas Festival on the lake today. And so vroom vroom. And so I am currently trying to wind down and just kind of one L, 2 M's, and it is, the holiday technically was it Friday or yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Not Lammas, Lammas, which is another name for Lunasa. It is one of the pagan, sabbats, and it was, I want to say it was yesterday. Where's that deck? Shit. There's what I need. I have a feeling my earbud is dying, so I'm going to swap earbuds here in a second. Here we go. Totally forgot that I was supposed to do this week, too. Lunasa! Here we go. So, that's okay, I'm swapping earbuds. I'm going to mute for a second. All right, give me just one moment. My current earbud is dying, so I need to be able to hear the control room. All right, there we go. Oh, what did I do wrong? There we go. All right, and... oh, that's right. I used my finger. Yep. Oh, hey, you're at a good volume, too. Hey! Phone no longer needs life support, but the earbuds do. There we go. All right, are we ready for some school time? All right, so Lunasa, the first harvest. Plants are fruiting, a time to be grateful for what has been created. It is a Sabbat. Here's my card that I'm reading from. There we go. This is the card I'm reading from. Let's read the back of it. Lunasa. The wheel of the year turns toward autumn. The days are shortening, and there is a suggestion of the coming shadow days in the air. Summer's growth has ended, and the harvest has begun. This is the time when cereal crops are cut down, bundled up, and milled for flour. The first apples, pears, and soft fruits are ready to pick. There's abundance everywhere. Oh, Scheisenhosen, it's gotten tiny. The origins of Lunasa lie in pagan Ireland. The word derives from Lu, a Celtic god of grain, craftsmanship, and the sun, and Nasad, meaning commemoration, Great gatherings lasting several weeks were held, including games, feasting, and customs such as the sacrifice of a corn figure to ensure the fertility of next year's crops. The festival was adopted by Christians and called Lammas from the Old English Haif Mas, there we go, meaning loaf mass. Interesting. It continued to be a time of feasting, fairs, and general revelries. People still climb mountains on the last Sunday of July, most notably Reek Sunday. For the modern witch, Lammas is a chance to stop and take stock. Those spiritual and emotional seeds sown earlier in the year are ready to be harvested. How have they grown? Have you neglected your dreams and ambitions? Day-to-day stuff can get in the way and make you forget about where you should be heading. Rekindle the magic of your hopes by spending time now listening to your heart, not your head. The power of meditation, rituals, and spells will help you manifest what you really want and need. Now, mind you, we have to remember that in the northern hemisphere, Lammas falls on or around the 1st of August. In the southern hemisphere, it is 1 February. And let's see. Lammas is a time for dowsing. Yep. We have dowsing, pendulum readings. Actually did a pendulum reading today. That was fun. And then we have plants, crystals, for Lammas, a harvest ritual, and gratitude spells. So, have a good one, Gru. Thank you, Mike. Ooh, somebody's a Shawn Michaels fan. Probably. Yes. See, the golden rule. The golden rule is similar in many religions because so many of us have the and ye harm none, do what ye will, do unto others as you would have done unto you, or something along those lines. I miss my DX jacket. That was one of my favorite articles of clothing. Ugh. We have no issue with Jesus. It's his father I'm not on speaking terms with. Hey, Tiffy! Good to see you back. Does it matter who I voted for? Hey, it's first thing in the morning over there. I should probably get some sleep, so I should probably eat. My French fries got cold. I'm sad. Oops! I don't have an air fryer, but I may pop them in the oven on to do convection. Just as long as I don't nuke them. I will say I did not vote for the fascist Cheeto. Just saying. Because I honestly believe that all human beings deserve to, have life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Ooh. And also fish. I try to very much avoid discussing politics in here. I don't want to be particularly polarizing. We have a fish and a phoenix froggy in here. That is just flipping my head around. You're pretty right there, Catherine. But the fish and the phoenix, and they're right next to each other. Oh my gosh, my brain hates me. I'd rather call him the fascist. I know. I would rather insult Cheetos than tangerines, to be honest. And I've heard him called the tangerine tyrant. Phoenix Froggy, the reason I'm saying your name is kind of amusing. My middle child has changed their name to Phoenix, and their nickname used to be Fish. So that's kind of where I'm at. Maxim, all due respect. But there are at least two of us in here whose grandfather, at least one of us whose great-grandfather was an Episcopal priest. We don't need the preaching, my friend. Thank you, Kevin. See, Jess, I haven't eaten Cheetos. I'm going to take that as a compliment because the person I know who really loves Stray Kids is someone dear to me, so. But I have not eaten Cheetos since high school. I honestly don't think I've even had Cheesy Puffs. Seriously. Glitter gel. Do you want some glitter gel? You want some glitter gel on that? Look nice. Mustard on mangoes. That one's kind of interesting. I've heard him called the Tangerine Tyrant. What was another one that I heard the other day that just made me cackle with laughter? Cannot remember. I don't know Cat's Eye. That one sounds interesting. Are you okay, baby? You're breathing kind of hard back there. Okay. Hims is panting, panting, panting. I tend to agree with Professor Hoffman. I'm sorry, Catherine. I've been sitting here smelling this since I got home. Because Mikado was so sweet and kind and bought his mommy dinner. And I still haven't gotten... Oh, God, it smells so good. I still haven't gotten to eat it. However, the strawberry lemonade was amazing. That was the other one, Mango Mussolini. I've also heard the Tangerine Toddler. All right, if God is going to be dead, then how the worlds were to... Yeah, birds aren't real. I'm laughing at Catherine talking about garlic bread. That sounds good. The man behind the curtain is agreeing with Serge. Hey! I have that tattoo, child. Let's not discuss the golden arches. I have that tattoo. Thank you, Ashley. They came from Zenny. Yep. Yep. There's a pride flag behind me. I can't remember where it is, but I know of it. Trans girls and garlic bread. You know, my soul sister also has a thing for garlic bread, as does your Amy's other cousin, second cousin-ish, whatever cousin person thing. So thank you, Ashley. We are part of the queer community here, so that's part of why it's there. That sounds good, Jess. But damn it, my strawberries went bad. What is queer? Queer is a word that many of us in the LGBTQ community are reclaiming so that it is no longer a slur. But there are quite a few people in the LGBTQ community who don't particularly identify as lesbian, gay, bi, inter, or any of the other other title or labels. That's the word we're coming to. But whoops. Yeah. Oops. Yeah. I think that was Ray's car. Nope. Well, that's okay. He wasn't wrong. We're good. I think I think I'm somewhat agreeing with what I think what they are referring to as the Bible writer is basically the King James Bible was written or was retranslated by King James's advisors, and the whole reason homosexuality is a sin, is a thing, is because his advisors didn't like the fact that he had a boyfriend on the side. Yes, queer is a very easy shorthand for the entire community. There's actually at least one person in this chat who has Jewish heritage, so I have absolutely zero issue with them. Yes. Yeah, I can't disagree with you there, Professor Hoffman. The fact that there are so many different translations, I think one of my favorites, though, at the moment, is, oh God, I can't remember her name, but it's a woman who has actually studied the ancient languages and has retranslated the original, or the closest to the original versions of the Bible she can get her hands on. And it's actually a really, really interesting translation. I'm trying to get my hands on a way to read it. Holy shit. So that's kind of cool. I was trying to answer Mazamil, and I cannot remember what they were. But I do remember you saying that if Jesus is dead and Jesus is the one who's supposed to be in control of all of this, how is it happening? I cannot disagree with you. One of my favorites is actually raspberry ginger ale, Jess. And I get that now. I get the raspberry lemonade ginger ale. The only problem, Ava, with loving the person and hating the sin, especially in regards to the queer community, is the fact that I know the Catholic Church does this. Oh, we don't mind if they're queer, if they're gay or queer. We just don't want them to act on it. So you're expecting someone to remain entirely celibate for the entirety of their life, simply because you don't approve of who they are romantically and physically attracted to. Why? Ginger tea is good. Man, I gotta get some more fresh ginger. You have not offended me at the very least. I am not hurt. I actually enjoy having the discussions like this. See, no, Judaism is the only religion that is its own genetic race, due to the fact that up until, I want to say, the early 20th century, Jews did not marry outside of their faith. So if you were Jewish, you stayed within the Jewish community. That is why the Tay-Sachs test is done on mothers whose child has Ashkenazi Jewish heritage, because that is the only community it really affects. Aaliyah, yes, I get it all the time, but you know what? We deal with it. I am from the United States. I am Seattle adjacent. Maternally just, but yes. We're not going to go into the conflict in Palestine. I really don't want to get into that particular minefield tonight. The Amish are interesting. That's about all I can say about them, because I don't know a whole lot about them. So what I do know of them, they are just interesting. They're different. Kind of cool. I respect the fact that they are able to step back from modern society and just kind of do their own thing. Oh. Ooh, hello. You too, Aaliyah. It is midnight here, actually. Yep, it is almost midnight 30 here, so that's why I'm going, ooh, ow. Holy cheese whiz, we have been going for 2 hours 45. Like that one. Minutes. I have never been anything but a female. Used to want to not be, but yeah. I think that's part of why I identify with the transgender community as much as I do. I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to do that sometime in the near future. Amy, I got to take the pain pill. Uh-oh. Got to take the pain pills. Got to take a couple other things. Got to find my med box for today. Be proud of me. I remembered to take my meds this morning. So I'm kind of happy with myself for that one. Because I fully expected to miss my morning meds, and that would have been rather tragic. Undercover robot. I like that one. You are at least number 3 in here, Piper. And honestly, why did I look at my wrist? Honestly, if my soul sister were here, there'd be 4 of you. So, thank you. I'm gonna look. Did I put them in the emergency pack? Or did I just huck them in here? That's business cards. Drugs. Because drugs are cool, man. Sweetheart, can you translate that? Okay. Pardon me, y'all. I really need to find my meds at the moment. Because I've already had one. Oh, okay. Thank you, sweet love. Yeah, pretty much. You don't buy any... Hehehe. Found the omeprazole. I mean, if I can't find them, it's not a huge honking deal. Hey, look, more business cards. More of that stuff. Bungee balls. I need my allergy meds. Ha ha ha! Oh, I have another one that I have to take tomorrow that I'm slightly terrified because it's my last dose of it and I really can't afford to stay on it. Mike, do you remember which pocket I tossed it in, or did I toss them in the top of my cooler? Oh, jeez. So see, this is, aha! Yep. So, this is what happens when Di has too many pockets. Stuff gets lost. You are absolutely correct there. I swear to God. Nope. Drew. No, I'm not getting faded. That's gonna wait at least another half an hour. Oh, and my pens are out there. No, all I'm taking is, let's see, what have I got here? I've got Flexeril, I've got Zyrtec, and I've got Singular, and then I've got my vitamins. Star Trek! Who said, who brought up the Star Trek? Boo, 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 boo. Yup. Ah, Mike did. Okay, yes. We are Trekkies here. We are Trekkies. We like Trek. We are Trekkies, Trekkers. And, we're also Star Wars fans here. There's actually a Darth Vader Build-A-Bear up on that shelf. No, I'm not Muslim. Fucking ashwagandha never wants to go down. Okay. My children and I were lucky enough a few years back at Emerald City Comic Con to be able to stand and chit chat with Brent Spiner. Now, we're standing here talking to Brent Spiner because my middle child had a crush on him. It was adorable. They loved Data. We will try Angel Girl. But we're talking to Brent Spiner here. Next to him is Frakes, Jonathan Frakes. And there are signs all over saying no candid pictures, no cell phone pictures, blah, 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 blah. So we're chit-chatting, and I'm vaguely aware of people standing next to us chatting with Frakes. And the next thing I know, in the middle of our conversation, Frakes starts yelling, no, we're not allowed to take candid pictures. No, we're not allowed to do that. We're not allowed to do that. As he is standing up and slowly scooting closer to Brent Spiner. When he gets so that he's on our side of the table, he looks at me, sticks out his hands, goes, hi, I'm Tony Frakes. Or, hi, I'm Tony. Nice to meet you. Sorry to interrupt your conversation, but, and I'm like, I step back and I'm like, cool, do your thing. And now, oh my God, I hate the fact that I was so stunned and semi-starstruck by this that I didn't take the opportunity to tell him that not only was I a huge fan of his, but his wife is one of my favorite characters on General Hospital. For those of you who don't know, Jonathan Frakes is married to Jeannie Francis of Luke and Laura fame from General Hospital. And I, at that point, had started watching General Hospital because my sister-in-law did, and it was a way for us to bond. So, man, that was an amazing trip. And then I believe it was the following year or so that I got to meet Will Wheaton. I absolutely adore him. But yeah, that was cool. I kind of wanted to learn German. My grandfather spoke German, and my aunt took German in high school. So. Oh, okay, y'all. I want to keep talking to everybody. I am having a blast talking to all of you. However, we have been going for nearly 3 hours. It is midnight. I am starting to develop a bear of a headache and becoming aphasic slightly. So for everyone's sanity here, I am going to go ahead and log off. Isn't he adorable? And he is one of the nicest guys ever. He has his own Discord server. I was insanely lucky to be able to catch the invite to it. Your dad, I'm so jealous of your dad, girl. For so many reasons. How's he doing, by the way? Text me. Thank you, Edmund. And it's a Bennett. I'm gonna go sleep. I am crashing hard. Because not only I got to bed earlier than normal last night, but I also got up 3 hours earlier than normal this morning. We're dying. So, and yep, the headache is starting to kick in, so I need to fully medicate, which is something I do not like to do when I am on camera, due to it not necessarily being legal everywhere. I would love to, Bennett, but I have got to get some sleep. I am running on about 3.5, 4 hours of sleep right now, which would explain why I'm getting a bitch of a headache. You're shitting me. Oh, sweet. All right. I will let him know, Justice, because he's currently... Okay, there we go. Sweetheart, you're more sleep deprived than I am. So, I am going to say that Mikado and I are going to bid you all a fond adieu. Amy, you should probably go get some sleep too, considering it is midnight. I will talk to everyone tomorrow because we will be back here, in 13 hours. So please, come join us for my daily divination and self-care. I'll be playing with the tarot cards, the oracle cards, and some other stuff. And we have holidays tomorrow. Yay, do we have birthdays? Yes, we have a birthday tomorrow. Oops, shut up. Don't yell at me. I remembered what today is. I just saw her make a comment at Mike, I think. Oh, my eyes are burning. They are tired. So, my darlings, let's get out there and spread love, spread joy, and spread kindness. Because there's so much darkness and hate, let's please be a beacon of light. And I will see you guys all soon. Make sure you let your loved ones know that you love them, because trust me, that phone call or text message sucks balls. And always, 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 my darling witchlings, remember that you are loved, you are wanted, you are needed, and you genuinely do have a purpose here, even if you haven't figured it out yet, because, well, I didn't figure out what I was doing and what my purpose was until I was in my 40s. It is Monday, my dear heart. Ah. Oh, Angel, go get some rest. All right, everybody. I love you guys. I will see you all tomorrow, and we will talk about more stuff, and I will be able to tell you all about the workshop I'm going to be doing soon. Until then, good night, all. I'm so tired.